Terry, first, I want to say thank you for your work that you do at the VA. As a veteran, I am so happy to hear the standard of care that we're getting. And when I go, it seems to be consistently improving. But one of the things that is so sad for me every time I go to the VA, and I've had to go 3 weeks in a row because of some tests I'm having run. But just the other week, I was getting a colonoscopy, and I'm sitting in this room waiting to get the exam done. And surrounding me are a bunch of veterans who all have tons of symptoms. I hear them complaining about them. And as I look at them, unfortunately, none of them are leading a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Most are overweight. Some are talking about habitual drinking or other addictions that they have. And I just sit there and I'm just thinking, knowing the knowledge that I know, that all of this could be changed if you would live your
Mhm.
life differently. Yet it's so difficult for so many people to do because it involves change. I'm sure you've had many veterans that you started to work with who the last thing, and other patients, who the last thing they wanted to do was to change these
Well,
lifestyles. So how do you
so
get them
here's
to
sort of
do
the
it?
sequence that I go through. We created something called the Wahls Behavior Change Model, and we've published papers for that. It begins with having hope, telling my story and the story of other patients who have had a major health problem that markedly improved with a functional medicine approach to their illness. Then we have some metaphors that explain, according to the audience. So I have farming metaphors, I have mechanical metaphors, I have teaching metaphors, I have language metaphors. So people can understand how improving cellular health or making cellular health worse can be helpful. I mean, people generally understand that if you're going to maintain your military equipment, you have to do the proper servicing. You can't throw sand into the mechanisms. You can't pour sugar into the fuel line of any of the military vehicles. They usually get that. And then I explained that we have to nourish ourselves the proper way. So we talk about that. And then I launch into the hero's journey, and that do they have people in their life that they care about? That might be their children or their grandchildren. It's very helpful if they happen to have young people in their life. And I invite them, do you want to be the hero who's facing a difficult circumstance where success is not guaranteed, and you're going to do really hard stuff to support improving your health because you want to be there more effectively with your child or your grandchild or perhaps your spouse. Occasionally it's the dog. And through those conversations, and I admit that, yes, this is hard. The hero is facing a hard task, and we're all rooting for the hero to be successful with this hard task. Do you want to be a hero for your child, your grandchild, so you can be there more effectively for them? And that really seems to engage my veteran population extraordinarily well.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing it through that lens because I think that's something that would resonate with not only a veteran, but anyone understanding the parallels and the impact it can have on people that they care about.
Correct. A great way to help people identify who or what motivates them is I invite them to envision their home be on fire, smoke blowing out of the window. Is there someone or something that you would rush in to go save without thinking, even barefoot over broken glass? And of course, it's my grandkids, my children, my spouse. Occasionally, it's feeble parents. Occasionally, it is the dog. If there's no one or nothing, I send that person to our talk therapist because they have to find a reason for life. Because none of us can do anything that's uncomfortable unless there's a purpose for it.
I think that's another poignant story and reminder for listeners or viewers to understand as well.